with their age at least, right? Who still feel like they're stuck in their teen years or even childhood years, usually experience some sort of terrible trauma at that age in their life, and that's where they feel emotionally and physically stunted.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, maybe later on they still act a certain way for years.
But it's interesting because you're kind of saying like that's like a mental disorder a little bit.
Yeah, no, I can say that with peace.
Yeah.
But
trans wouldn't be?
So trans wouldn't be?
I can't see it that way because
Why?
I'm someone who's part of the LGBT community.
Bam, there it is. There it is. What did I tell y'all, bruh? It's feelings over facts for them. They don't care.
Nope.
I can't see it that way because I'm part of the LBGTQ. There you go. Because you're in that community, because you're a part of that community, you just throw that whole psych degree out the window.
What? Do you believe how dumb you look right now?
What the What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. Before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. On the road to 1,000 subs, baby. Let's get it. Alright, so if you're new to the platform, please subscribe. If you're an OG, I appreciate the love and support. Now let's go ahead and jump into it. Today we are going to be reacting to Just Pearly Things. Back at it, and I want to try to stay away from the topic per se, and I want you to pay attention more so to the interaction between the two guests that are on the show. Now, he is somebody who actually has his own YouTube channel, and he's been on the channel, on Just Pearly Things channel, quite a bit. You can tell that he might as well be RP, as far as I can tell. But it was just strange to see how triggered this woman was, man, and you'll see why in a second. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
What's wrong with that, though? I'm trying to understand.
I think you should protect kids' innocence, honestly. Like, because once you.
But what's not innocent about
sex?
being transgender?
I'm
looking at his.
Oh, you're talking about transgender.
Because transgenderism is like, it's an anomaly, right? And it's like, children.
It's not that much of an anomaly if we have to talk about it, is my point, though.
Yeah, but children. All right, so.
The only reason why we speak on it is because they started speaking up. And it's become more common recently because, let's keep it a buck, the way kids are brought up nowadays, I mean, I don't know, man, things are weird. Like, I would, man, me being, if I was a parent, I'd be scared to see what the inside of these schools look like nowadays. Let's keep it moving.
But children shouldn't be taught about, in my personal point of view, shouldn't be taught about sex at a young age anyway. Especially not a sexual orientation that, in my personal point of view, is about confusion more so than sexual orientation. So it's like, are you trying to show children that this sexual orientation is quote unquote normal, where if we look at it, it's first of all, it's an anomaly. Second of all, they talk about it can be a.
But why does it matter whether or not?
Hang on, it can be looked at as a psychological or physiological, because they say gender dysphoria. Explaining to a 9-year-old child what gender dysphoria is, they don't know what gender dysphoria is. You don't have to do that,
though. You could keep it simplistic, is my point. You have to keep it kid-friendly.
But the thing is, transgenderism isn't simplistic.
Thank you, and it's not, because it's not normal. The problem is y'all are trying to make it normal, but it's not. Like, let's call a spade a spade. It's not. And and I really don't like the fact that they're trying to force this on children at such a young age. Talking about kids that haven't even hit puberty yet, and you over here trying to shove this down their throat. No, that don't work. I don't even got kids, and that don't work. That don't work for me. Let's keep it moving.
I swear to God, you're making it seem like it's far more complicated than it is. You can just say, here is someone who was born a boy. They don't feel comfortable being a boy. They don't feel like they're right in their body and in their mind. They feel more comfortable with playing with the girls.
Yeah.
They like playing with the dolls and the makeup and whatever it may be that.
Well,
you know,
that's
exposing them to like mental issues at such a young age.
Yeah.
So you think being trans is a mental issue?
Of course it is. It's not a biological one.
You don't have to say of course.
Yeah,
take it down a notch.
No, but it's true. It's not a biological.
See, look how triggered she got when he said that. Of course.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
You didn't have to say of course. Take it down a notch.
Nope.
Feelings over facts.
Bruh.
Matter of fact, you know what? Shout out to the one homie that subscribed to me. It had to be about a month ago. He said I need to come up with some merch. That might be a good idea for some merch, man. Facts over feelings.
Yep.
Like real talk. Facts over feelings. I think that's gonna be my merch, bro. Women would hate that. Let's keep it moving.
Logical one. It's a mental one. Right? If you think you're something that you're actually not, that's in your head.
Just like if you think you're a 10 out of 10. What?
I never said that. You think you're 11 out of 10, which is in your head. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're talking about...
Hey, yo, shout out to him, man. I think his name is Sarah Garvey. Hey, sorry if I'm messing your name up, bro, but hey, he is so good at maintaining his square, bro. He does not let any women that are combative with him get on his square. Like he stays so strong in what he says, bro. Like, cause you see how she tried to shoot her shot, bro. She's in her feelings. He was like, okay, but you said you went 11 out of 10, which is in your head, right? Okay, yeah. So look, and that's why she's sitting over there with the sad face, like, damn, I couldn't get it. See what I mean? Like, bro, this is the modern day women, bro. Like, they do not care about coming. They don't care about facts, man. They don't. At this moment, she doesn't feel good in the conversation. Therefore, she's gonna sit over there and wallow and look all sad until she hears something that triggers her, and then she gonna go off again. Let's keep it moving.
Something that isn't... If we can look in your body and we can see you have 2 testicles and a penis, we know what you are, right? If you think you are other than what you actually are, that's something going on in your head, right?
Because couldn't I identify as a teenager if I wanted to?
Trans age, they call it.
No, I'm serious. Like,
no, I've gone into this.
What if I said I feel 17?
Yeah.
I am 17.
Well, that would genuinely be something that you'd have to work with. And being someone who studies psych,
yeah,
that would more than likely be a trauma response. Because
so is transgenderism a trauma response?
I was not done speaking. People who struggle.
She is so in her feelings, bro.
Yep.
She is so in her feelings, bro. But you know what? The telltale signs are all there. Masculine, overtalks, creepy eyeshadow, short feminist hair. God damn, I did not mean to say that. Oh, man. Yeah, the telltale signs are there, man. And then to sit over here and say that you study psych, but he hit you with that logic, you want to sit over here and disagree with it? Make that make sense. Let's keep it moving.
With their age, at least, right? Who still feel like they're stuck in their teen years or even childhood years, usually experience some sort of terrible trauma at that age in their life, and that's where they feel emotionally and physically stunted.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, maybe later on they still act a certain way for years.
But it's interesting because you're kind of saying like that's like a mental disorder a little bit.
Yeah, no, I can say that with peace.
Yeah.
But
trans wouldn't be.
So trans wouldn't be.
I can't see it that way because
Why?
I'm someone who's part of the LGBT community.
Bam, there it is. There it is. What did I tell y'all, bruh? It's feelings over facts for them. They don't care.
Nope.
I can't see it that way because I'm part of the LGBTQ. There you go. Because you're in that community, because you're a part of that community, you just throw that whole psych degree out the window.
What? Do you believe how dumb you look right now?
What the? Let's keep it moving, man.
Yeah.
And I see how these people struggle, and like, you know, like people tend to make the argument that
That's an emotional response. It's not a logical one.
do you want to answer or not?
Yeah, but it's an emotional response.
Yes, it's a yes or no question.
It's a yes or no question. It's not a logical one.
It's a yes or no question.
Oh my God. Let's talk about the facts, not the feelings, please.
Thank you. See, because you in your feelings. Look at you. Yep. Thank you, bruh. She does not like that, bro. She does not like that. The hell you gonna study psych, but you ain't... Man, oh my God, bro. See, this is why Kevin Samuels always told people to get therapy from male therapists instead of female therapists. Let's keep it moving.
Guys, get along.
Nah, that's her. That's her, bruh. That's her. And she know it's her. Pearl, you know that was her.
What about the facts of the feelings? It's like...
Regardless, these things were removed from the DSM-5.
Yeah.
Being transgender. Gender dysphoria is still in there, I believe. Right. And they're working on the DSM-6, I believe. If not, it's already out. Mm-hmm. But it's difficult to pinpoint that as a mental illness, only because this is a whole... this is something that someone's willing to change their entire life for.
I could change my entire life to be 17.
I mean, shit, you could try. You could try.
Hang on, Rachel Dolezal changed her entire life to be black.
Oh my gosh, do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Right? She was head of the NAACP. And she was a white woman.
Yeah.
So just because she identifies or thought of herself as black doesn't mean that she is.
But that doesn't make these people any less human. I think that's what I'm trying to...
We're not talking... That's what I'm saying. You're talking from an emotional standpoint. I never said that trans people or whoever you are less human. They are human beings. They deserve their rights as a human being. But it doesn't mean that what they're saying...
you won't even respect their identity is the issue. So if a trans person
were to come respect to their identity?
If somebody were to come to you right now, they were trans. They once were she and became he. And you knew this. Would you refer to them as what they are comfortable with or what they were originally born as?
I would refer to them as who they are, which is a man or a woman biologically. Because what you're asking me to do essentially
then that's just disrespectful.
No, it's not disrespectful.
Blatant disregard.
No, I'll tell you what's disrespectful.
And that's just a blatant emotional response. Out of here, man. God, bruh.
What's disrespectful for me is to ask me to buy into your delusion. That's what I think is disrespectful. If I come up to you and say, listen, I know I'm a black man, but please call me Mei Ling because I'm now a Chinese woman. You're going to be like, all right, you're a Chinese... I'm a Chinese woman? Really? And you've met me and you know me prior to me identifying as a Chinese woman? You're now going to call me Mei Ling? I'm now asking you to buy into my delusion. If I feel like this, that's 100% cool. But I shouldn't ask you to buy into what I think of myself. Because like I said, you think of yourself as a 11 out of 10. Right? If you went around asking people to call you an 11 out of 10, then that's just plain arrogant and egotistical. Because you're asking
I wouldn't do that though.
Right, but trans people do.
All I ask is basic respect.
No,
and
but
basic
trans
respect
people do. They ask people to call them the thing that they know that they actually aren't.
It's
or
not
the way they see themselves.
It's genuinely not that hard to just refer to them as she, her, or he, him as they ask, and by the name that they choose to go by. It's genuinely not that hard. My name is Francesca, right? But I go by Cheska. That is my preferred name.
Yeah.
All I have to do is tell you, hey, this is what I prefer to be called. Feel free to call me this.
Right.
And it would be up to you to call me Cheska. I would, like I said, I would prefer it. If you call me Francesca, I'm not going to respond because realistically, I don't like that name as much as Cheska. It's that simple.
Shooting in your name.
It's a respect thing. It's
not. Shooting in your name, is not the same as asking me to call you by a totally different gender.
Okay, so
there's no part of you that is that gender.
If they preferred a different name, even you wouldn't go with that.
If they preferred it, like I said, you're asked. I'm not about to.
If they went with a different name,
I am not buying
go
into
with that?
someone's delusion.
Yes or no?
Say again.
It's really not that hard of a question. I promise
you that. If they asked me to call them a name.
If I came to you and I said I prefer the name Richard, even though I clearly am not biologically male,
I'll be like, what do your parents call you?
Okay,
what did your parents name you?
You're not my parents, so you wouldn't have a right to call me by whatever. You wouldn't have the right to call me. You wouldn't have the right to call me by whatever my parents call me because my parents are different from you. You're just a 40-year-old man, okay? You're just a stranger that I see on the podcast.
Do not touch me now.
You're just a stranger that I see on a podcast.
Boy, she was in her feelings. Ooh, she was in her feelings, bruh. Yo, shout out to him, though, bruh. He stayed on his square. Said, I'm like, nah, no, don't be over here touching me now, cause you over here in your feelings. Oh my God, yeah, man. That gotta be my merch, man. Facts over feelings, bro. All day over here, man. Cause man, we can't live in this delusional world like they do, bro. I'm like, but that makes sense why she going so hard, cause she going so hard, cause she's a part of that community. I'm like, I noticed that, bro. Any woman that goes like super hard is typically because they're a part of that community. So it all makes sense now, man. But I wanted y'all to focus more so on the masculinity, bro. Like, I won't, and any woman that's watching this, because I know I only got about like 2% of women watching my channel. But this is the reason why so many relationships don't work. See what happens when you have a masculine man and a masculine woman trying to have a conversation. How she's like trying to like talk over him and yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, because she's looking to react instead of respond. Because at the end of the day, you knew you wasn't gonna get the answer you was looking for, and he wasn't gonna fold just to hear, just to appease you and make you feel good. Because at the end of the day, that's all she was looking for. Confirmation and reassurance and validation. And these women need it like the air we breathe. Yep. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. If you guys new to the platform, please subscribe. Trying to get to that 1,000. And like the video. Helps with the algorithm so I can reach a broader audience. Make sure you guys hitting that notification bell so that way y'all know when I'm uploading. And until the next video, y'all. Deuces.